Hello internets, and welcome to this week's edition of Transformer of the Week, where I'm going to be looking at this guy. It is Combiner Wars Dragstrip. Now, I've already stated in my Alpha Bravo video, I like Combiner Wars, and I just can't get enough of just seeing how much of a buzz they seem to have created in the Transformers collecting communities. He's given this much needed kick in the head and said, yeah, look at these, let's celebrate some really nice Transformer toys again. And yeah, it's just, you've hit the world by storm, and just, yeah, they're brilliant. And you've no doubt you've seen a lot of videos on this guy already. You might have even made some yourself. And there's not really that much you could talk about extra that haven't already been said, but I do really enjoy this guy, so I want to make a video about him. I'm also going to talk about this. This is his weapon. It's a sword, a purple sword thing. Got a nice peg to hold it with there. Then it's also got this thing. That it's not quite at 90 degrees. It's more maybe 66-degree angle from the main body of the weapon. So that means that on these posts, it tends to come up at a weird angle. So you drive past and sort of scissor people maybe, or slash them that way. It doesn't really work hanging a sword off a car works anyway. But you've got this nice post there, a little hole there, so you can actually attach his big for handgun onto the top of his car mode, and it's not very G1 as the big guns that the Stunticons used to have. So I quite like that. I'm not the only one for talking about the bottom of vehicle modes, because I always go on about it doesn't really matter what you can see under there or not, but still, look at that. That is just absolutely brilliant. There's not much kibble or robotiness. You can see his head's nicely turned around. It is visible, but it's turned around, so you can't really see much going on. I think I really like that, and I think that's owing to the fact that he's also, needs to form a limb as well as a robot. So let's get him transform then. First of all, let's just get this. Oh, taking the wheel off. Oh, I just broke the wheel off. But it clicks back on straight away. No problem there. Right, so that flips around, twists around, goes onto his back. So his head then turns around. Unpeg his arms, pull out his legs, twist his waist, split his arm, split them, pull up his arms, pull out his hands, pull up his arm, pull out his hand, pull out his hand, and that's him done. Look at how simple that transformation is, and yet bursting out of that transformation, this just absolutely dynamic, superposable, just brilliant. Grrr, racing car, evil dude. He's got a nice head sculpt. He's got quite like his chin and his visor that makes it look like he's crying blood. Yeah, hardcore Dragstrip. Yeah, he's got all these screw holes here. It'd be nice if someone does a set of stickers to cover those up. I do like how subtle the Decepticon insignias seem to be on this guy, whereas the Aerialbots have got quite big Autobot badges. He's quite more subtle with his allegiance. So then, yeah, he can hold this sword like so. Get ready. It's like a nice short sword, length in his hand, and then if you want to, yeah, it doesn't really peg in that well with the other peg in this mode either. He can also hold his foot handgun as a big knuckly blaster. So yeah, but he is a combiner, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Dragstrip into his arm mode. Do it the way we want you to in the instructions, because there's loads of, you can do it your own way really. There's lots of ways you can arrange Dragstrip arms up here and get different results from. Sometimes I like to have more of his car facing up that way, but we'll just do it like we want in the instructions, which is basically just to get these bits in here, rest these bits up round there, and do that, and then we flip his things together. Now I found that because the Aerialbots have the heads attached to them, they're a lot easier to get the pegs out, and when you've got no nails sometimes it's quite hard to get this clicky joint out, but I didn't have much problem with it this time. Now when you're in foot mode you can flip this back up. You can flip his car up like that, so he's actually the same length as the Aerialbot limbs. Now we don't know how tall the Stunticon limbs will be, so we don't know if we have to do that for Menasor as well. But I actually quite like to do this in arm mode as well, and I'll show you why in a bit. So if we get his hand, and we'll peg that in there. So yeah, he's got this hand. Again, you can, if you want, you can give him a little knife. It'll be a little knife for Menasor, that, compared to how big, you know, a short sword for Dragstrip is. It's not even cutlery for Menasor, is it? Put his fingers out properly. Just 1 second. Let's get his fingers out. Yeah, it's barely cutlery for Menasor. He can hold it like that, but that looks a bit bad. What I like to do is, because you've flipped this back, you've exposed this port here, you can stick it there. And that is pretty much the only time that this sword blade, using that peg, will be flush against anything. So I think if you hold it like that, Menasor will be able to uppercut people and have nice jagged, spiky uppercut. And I think that's exactly what it's designed for, because that's the only point, like I say, it'll be flush against anything, and that's the only point where this weapon actually works with that post. I think that's some design in that. That is just, it would have been nice if it looked good using that post in all the other modes, but it's totally worth it just for that nice little bladed uppercut. And that's what I like about Combining Wars. She's got all these little kind of just, you need to have a little investigation with the toy to just find out certain things. And I think, you know, there's all these different Legend class figures as well that may or may not interact with the figures. So yeah, there's a lot of investigation and a lot of things you can find out about your Combiner Wars figures, and that's amazing. I like that as a collector, as someone who, you know, has enjoyed Transformers for the most part, you know, of my life. I think these are good toys, and I can't wait to get the full-on Menasor and having somewhere around my house. Anyway, that's been it for Transformer of the Week. Join me next time and we'll find another Transformer and we will tell you why he should be Transformer of the Week. Until then, bye bye! Bye 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 bye!